Hello, welcome back, and today we're gonna make an outfit using the granny squares, and that will be a skirt and a top. And here, as you can see, I already made the pieces for the skirt. I've not yet done for the top, but we'll do that with you. And also, it's so many colors, very colorful. I love this. Let's go ahead and see the tools that we need to make this, and then I'll show you how to make a square, and then we can go ahead and join this. So first, you're gonna need some stitch markers, because you'll have to, this is optional. If you'd like to just go ahead and fix piece by piece, you can do that, but for me, I decided to join them first and see which color goes better with what, because I had so many different colors, so I tried fixing them, arranging them, so that's why I needed the stitch markers. But if you don't have a stitch marker, you can also use just a piece of yarn. This one here is black, you can't really see it, but I joined because I ran out of the stitch markers. I decided to use a piece of yarn to join some parts. So the first thing you'll need is the stitch markers, and then so apart from the stitch markers, you'll also need a tape measure to measure yourself, and then you'll need a pair of scissors, because there's gonna be a lot of cutting because we're changing colors from this to this to this, so you'll need to cut your yarn from one row to the next, so you'll need that. You'll need a crochet hook, and for me, I'm using a 4mm crochet hook, and this is the yarn that I'll use. So I'm using double because single is very small, so we're gonna use 2 of this. We'll use double, so you'll need that color. These are the colors that I'll be using. So these are the 5 colors that we'll use, and then the black is the last one that we'll use for the last row in joining. So these are the 6 colors that you'll need. So you can go ahead and grab different colors of yarn. If you have some scrap yarn that you can use, that will be better. But if you just wanna go ahead and purchase some yarn so that you can make your outfit, that's totally okay. So let's go ahead and make the granny square, one of them, and then I'll get back to join it. Okay, before we go ahead and make the square, I didn't inform you, we'll need also a darning needle to join. Okay, so I chose this to be my first color. So the first thing you'll need to do is make a loop. So you can go ahead and just use your method, the one you use to make a loop. Do that, and then insert your crochet hook. Just make chains. So you'll chain 4, so that you'll yarn over, pull through like that. So now we have 4 chains, and then on the first chain, the one that you made, this one here, insert your hook, hold your tail here like this, and then yarn over, pull through and pull through, so that you make a slip stitch. And then find the center of the work that you're just doing, and then you kind of hold them together so that you have this space here, because this is where we're going to be making our stitches in this tiny circle. So the chain 3, that will count as your first double crochet, and then the second one, yarn over, find your circle, this is mine, find your circle, hold your tail here so that you can crochet over it, and then yarn over, pull through, then make your second double crochet, and then the third one in the same square like that. So this is the first 3, and then you'll chain 2, 1, 2. After chaining 2, yarn over, we'll again make another 3 double crochet in the same space. So that's 1, the second one, 2, and 3. So we have 3 double crochet, 2 chains, 3 double crochet, 2 chains again, then 3 double crochet in the same space here. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Then 2 double crochet again, 2 chains, and then 3 double crochet in the same space. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So let's see, we have 3 double crochet, 2 chains, 3 double crochet, 2 chains, 3 double crochet, 2 chains, 3 double crochet, and then the last one is 2 chains. So after making your 2 chains, you'll find the top stitch. So we had 3 chains, so that's 1, 1, 2, 3. So here you'll insert your hook and do a slip stitch. So now we have 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So after doing that, after doing the slip stitch, yarn over, pull through, it's like you're making a chain, and then cut your yarn there, then pull through. Okay, so now you have your first row. So what I do in order to, I like to do this so that I don't have so much work to weave in the ends. So I'll just kind of insert my hook here on the first double crochet, then pull through that tail, and then next one, pull through, and then here in the middle you can just find any of the stitches, you do that like that. So when you do this, this is where we'll be doing the next double crochet. So we'll just crochet over it and it will be hidden. For this we'll have to weave it in, so we can just let it be for now. So let's go ahead and make the second row. Okay, the second row I chose this color, so this is what we'll be using. Okay, so for this you'll also make a loop. Let's see, make a loop, and then this is where we had our first double crochet. This is the space, so you're gonna insert your hook there, and then insert your hook in the loop for the new yarn, pull so that it be tight, and then pull through so that we can make our first 3 stitches. So also for this end, what you do is you'll just hold the yarns together, and then you'll yarn over, then pull through. You see, you've made your first stitch with both the tail and the yarn that you're using to work your working yarn. So that's your first stitch, and then you can kind of just hold it so that you don't lose it. Then we make the second chain and then the third chain. You see now that's clean, we don't have any yarn remaining, so you can see it's still hanging here, so we can just make the second double crochet, and we make sure it stays in the middle like that, and then now it's completely covered, you don't have any yarn hanging. So that's how you manage to hide your ends, and then you'll not be having a lot of work after doing this. So that's the second, the chain was the first double crochet, then that's the second one, then a third one. So we have 3 double crochet, and then we find the next space where we did the 2 chains. You'll yarn over, insert your hook there, and remember we have this yarn here hanging, so just make sure to crochet over it so that we can hide it. So yarn over, insert your hook in the space, then make your first double crochet, then again go ahead, make this, sorry, we need to make sure that this one is completely hidden. Second and third double crochet, and then go ahead and chain 2 to make that turn, since this is the corner, and then make another 3 double crochet in the same space. So that's 1, 2 and 3. So after doing that, we've had the first corner here, then the second one is this space, so go ahead and make another 3 double crochet, chain 2 and then 3 double crochet. So that's 2, 3, chain 2 and then 3 double crochet, sorry. Okay, so that's our second one, and then the third corner is here, so you will do that same thing, chain 2 and then do the remaining 3 double crochet in the same space. So now we have 3 corners, 1, 2, 3, and the last one, this is where we began. We only made we only made 3 double crochets. So the last thing you'll do is do 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then chain 2 to make our last corner, and then find the top of that double crochet, the top of the chain, and then insert your hook, do a slip stitch, and then do that chain, cut your yarn, then just pull through so that we have this. Just tighten it. So now we have that. Now we go to the next color. So you'll again just kind of weave in your end for this. Here, like that. So let's go ahead and find the next color. This will be the next yarn. So just the same thing, make a loop, find the corner where we began, and also you can just find any other corner, but I like to use where I did my last, so that we can make sure we are weaving in the ends. But you can find any corner, you can just start from here. It won't make a difference. So insert your hook here, so in your work, and then in your loop that you made, tighten, pull through. We've not made our stitch yet, so you'll yarn over using both of the yarns to make your first stitch, and then second and third. Then now we make the double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, then make your second and your third double crochet. So now next we'll have to make it here in the next space. So yarn over, insert your hook, make the first, second and third double crochet in that space, like that. And then the next space is the corner. So now here we'll make 3, chain 2 and then 3. So let's do that. 3 double crochets first, 2 and 3, chain 2, and then again 3 double crochets, 2 and 3, then 3 double crochets in that space that we have. Next is the corner. 2, 3, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. Okay, so we made the 2 corners. Let me go ahead and finish. So you'll just do the same thing, 3 double crochets here, and then when you get here you'll do 3, chain 2, 3, and then here will be just 3 double crochet. Here will be 1, chain 3, and then join your work, but I'll get back once I get here. Okay, so I'm here at the last corner, so let's go ahead and make 2 chains and then find the top of our chain. The 3 chains that we did, find the top, insert your hook, and then make a slip stitch, and then you can kind of make that chain, cut your yarn, pull through. Okay, so now we have 3 colors, then we have 3 more to go. So we're doing just the same thing. Okay, so the next color, tie a knot, find your corner where you want to begin from, insert your hook, tighten it just a little bit, do that, and then make your first, second and third chains. You see we have this, so just make sure to crochet over them in the next 2 double crochets. So that's 1, that's 2. You see, it really leaves a clean work. That's why I love this method. I hope you'll love it too. I feel like I've just been saying this over and over and over because I just want to stress this point. It will really make your work easier. Okay, so next is here, we'll make the 3 double crochets, then we're done. Next, 3 double crochet. Now we're at the corner, we'll do the same thing. Chain 2, make 3 double crochets, okay, that's our first corner, and our second, and now at the corner. So basically you're just gonna do the same thing. So I'll just go ahead and finish this. I don't want you to get bored me doing the same thing over and over and over, but you'll just go ahead, do your first, second, just changing the colors. This will be my next color, and then finally I'll do the black using, which will be my border. So let me go ahead and finish all the colors, and then I'll get back, then we can do the next step. Okay, so I've finished my square, and this is what we have, the 6 rows. This is the front, this is the back, and also as you can see, we don't have so many ends to weave in. This makes me so happy. See, I'm really stressing on that point, but it will help you a lot. So you'll just need to join them. You'll not have the work to weave in your ends again. See, it's just clean, very clean work. Okay, so now let's go ahead and join. So you're gonna need to make a few of this depending on your size. In this case, we had 42 squares. That's 7 per row, and we have 6 rows. So yeah, I believe that totals up to 42 squares. And then also you can go ahead and arrange them, just lay them down and then see which color works best close to which color, or you can just put them randomly. It doesn't really matter, as long as there can be some colors which will clash a lot and you'll need to switch them up, but apart from that, just go ahead and put them. You can use either some yarn, or if you have enough stitch markers, you can use them. And then now we'll join. So we're gonna need, we'll have some waistband, so let's go ahead and fix it first, and then we'll finish with the waistband. And also for this skirt, we'll join them, and then on the right leg there's gonna be a slit, so we'll join the front pieces, only the first two. I'll show you the first and the second up to here. So after here, we're gonna leave it open, but if you just want a continuous skirt, you can do that, but in this case there's gonna be a slit. So I feel like this is a lot. Let's just begin from the top. We can join the first row and then the second, then after that we can see what follows next. So I'm gonna try my best to turn this inside out so that we'll be working from the wrong side. So okay, all right, so this is the wrong side. Let's see where we can begin from. We'll first join the squares. The color is black, so it will be a little bit hard to see, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay, we'll use this needle. So let me find the yarn. This is the yarn that we'll use. Okay, so we have our yarn. I'm still gonna use double yarn just to make sure that everything is strong. Okay, so we'll begin from here. Let me just undo this yarn that we had. Okay, let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Let me just try and zoom in. See. Okay, all right, this is really dark. Okay, let's use a different color. Let me go ahead and just undo this black row, and then we can join it. I'll just show you how to join, and then we'll switch back to this. So let's try and use this. So you'll turn them inside out. This is the back, this is the front. So we'll join them from this side. Okay, so let me just zoom in a little bit so that you can see. Okay, so you'll find the middle chain, that's the second chain, and also on this other side, let's see, this is the middle chain. Okay, so after inserting in both of those chains, you'll just pull through. Then tie. We can do a second knot just to secure this, to make sure it's really tight. Okay, so now just make sure this yarn stays in the middle here so that you work over it. So the next thing, that was our third chain, so we're gonna find the top of the next stitch, which will be this. Make sure your yarn is here in the middle, not at the back here. So you'll do that, insert your hook, insert your needle. Okay, the next stitch, this is the next one. Let me see, yes, this is the next stitch. I'll find that, inside there, and then from this side, just like that. Don't tighten it so much, just a little bit. Okay, then the next is here and here. Okay, so now we're done with the first three. So now we are going to the next three. Make sure you don't skip any of the chains so that you'll have a straight stitch. Like that. Then find the next one. This is the second. Pull through, and that. Okay, so just go ahead and do this to join your work. Okay, and your last stitch is gonna be the second chain, so just make sure you find that, insert your needle, then pull through that, and you're done with joining. So since you're using the same color of yarn, you'll not even see the joining. It comes out clean. So let's use now let's make the joining on our work. Since it was really dark, you wouldn't see, but now since you know how to join, we can go ahead and join just one, maybe two. Okay, we have so many squares here. Let me find the top one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the joining on our skirt. We're just gonna do the same thing we did here, but since on this, our last yarn is black, so you can't really see, but we'll be doing the same thing. So let's go ahead and make the joining. for the skirt it's gonna take a while, so let me go ahead and do that. Once I finish, I'll get back. Okay, this is our first joining. As you can see, you can't even tell where the joining is. Okay, so you'll just go ahead and join each piece to the next one. It's gonna take a while. So just do the joinings here. Okay, so I finished joining my skirt and I did the first two boxes, joining this part and this part, and then for the remaining I didn't join. I left a slit, so we're gonna have that. So now let's go ahead and finish on the ribbing of our skirt. First we'll need to make single crochet all around the waist, and then after that we'll make the ribbing. So just find any corner of your skirt, where you had a joining. So I'm gonna begin mine from here. Find the stitch in the middle, then make a loop, then insert it there like that, tighten that, and then in case if you have any yarn remaining, just make sure you crochet over it. So make a slip stitch, then now we can go ahead and make the single crochet. Since it's black here, you won't be able to see clearly, but what we're just doing is a normal single crochet. You'll insert your hook, yarn over, pull through so that you have 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through. That's a single crochet. So go ahead and make single crochet all around. So now you have the 3 stitches, so this is where you'll put your 3 double crochet in each stitch, like that. Just go ahead and make single crochet all around. So after doing that, I'll meet you here, then I'll show you how to continue. Okay, so after making your single crochet all around, now you'll need to make the ribbing. So make 7 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 stitches, then chain 1 more, yarn over, then turn your stitches so that we'll be working on the back loop. Now find your 3rd stitch, so we're gonna skip these 2, and then on the 3rd insert your hook there on the back loop, yarn over, pull through, then make a double crochet. So that's your 1st, 2nd. Go ahead and do the double crochet only in the back loops, that. Then you'll have 6 stitches because we made 8 chain stitches and then we skipped 2, then went back with the remaining, so the remaining are 6. You see, almost done. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more. That's the last one. 6. So now after doing that, you'll skip 2, 1, 2. Then on the 3rd, you'll do a slip stitch. The 3rd, do a slip stitch, and the next one, 3rd and the 4th. You'll do a slip stitch, chain 1, turn your work. Then now we're gonna be making double crochet only on the back loop but going upwards. So we'll do yarn over. Let me try and zoom in, then probably you'll see. Okay, that's better. So now we have these double crochets. This is my first double crochet. So you'll turn it, then this is the back loop where we are inserting our hook here in the back loop. So you'll yarn over, find your first stitch. In this case, this is mine. Let me see here. Then turn it so that you can input your double crochet only in the back loop. So you'll do that in all the stitches. That's the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and on the last one, instead of putting it only in the back loop, you'll just put in both loops like that. You'll insert your hook here as normal. So you make that so that we have a straight edge and also a stronger stitch here at the end, because it can be loose. Okay, so now this is what you're going to do all around. Let's do it one more time. After making it on your last stitch, you'll chain 2, turn your work, and then now find your first double crochet, then make a double crochet only in the back loop. You'll insert your hook here only in the back loop. So make that first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and also in the last stitch, the sixth one. Now we have 6. Then find the next stitch. You're gonna skip 2, so 1, 2. I'll skip. This is where we did our last slip stitch, so we'll skip 1, 2, and in the third you'll make a slip stitch, and the next one, third and fourth, you'll make a slip stitch. So now you'll have that, the ribbing for the skirt. Then chain 1, turn your work, since we'll need to go back up. Alright, so we have that. Then find your first double crochet, which is here, then make the double crochets only in the back loop. So go ahead and make the double crochets only in the back loop all round. Yes, all round. Once you're done, once you get here in the last few stitches, I'll get back to finish on that. But this is our ribbing. This is what we have. So go ahead and make that, then I'll get back to finish. Okay, so I finished making the ribbing and now I'm at the end. So we need to join this. So I finished with a slip stitch here. Then now you'll take these pieces, put them together so that you will join your stitches from the wrong side. So now after joining them together, you'll insert your hook in the loop in the last slip stitch you made, and then find the first double crochet, your first stitch, insert your hook in the first, and on the second one only insert in the back loop. So find your stitch and insert your hook in the last loop, then make a slip stitch like that to make the joining. So it's through both loops on the first piece, and on the second only in the back loop. Sorry, like that, and then just make a slip stitch. So go ahead and finish your joining, and then now I'll let you know what to do on the top, but it's just the same thing. So go ahead and join that first. In the last stitch you'll insert your hook in both loops. So insert your hook there, make a slip stitch, then make a chain, then cut your yarn. Since you're done with this part, cut your yarn, then pull through on that last stitch, then just tighten it and you're done. So later you'll just weave in this end and you'll be done with your skirt. So let me show you. So this is the waist, this is our waistband or our ribbing. So this is the front, we have the ribbing, we joined in the first two, then from here we have a slit. So now on this other part you'll just make a single crochet all around just to finish up on the edges, because right now they're kind of rough. So when you make just one row of single crochet, you'll be done with your skirt. So after making your skirt, now we can go ahead and make the top. For the top you'll need around 5 pieces. It will be kind of like 3 in the front and then 2 at the back. So to make that, you're gonna just put your pieces again and then join them from the back side. So let me go ahead and join the 5 pieces, and then I'll get back to see how we can add a few more rows here and also down here. Okay, so go ahead and join your pieces. So you'll be joining here, then for the next one here, here, for the 5 pieces, or depending with the number of pieces you're using. So do that, then I'll get back. Okay, now for the top, what you're gonna do, you'll find the corner of your stitch. This is the right side. So we're just going to add a few more rows because this is a little bit smaller, and if we put 2, it will be too big. I'll add just a few more rows in black for at the top, at the bottom, and then now we can make the ribbing, and with that it will be enough. So in order to add a few more rows, what you'll do is attach your yarn. You'll insert your hook in the, let me zoom in so that you can see well. So you'll attach your yarn in the corner, then just the way we were doing, you can use both yarns to make the first chain, and then the second and the third. Then now we can go ahead and make 2 more. So that's 1 and that's 2. So now we have the 3 chain stitches and 2 double crochet. Now we go ahead and add in the remaining spaces just 3 double crochet the way we were doing. So go ahead and make them all the way to the end here. When you get here, I'll show you what to do. Okay, so now I've finished my first row, and now we're gonna get to the second row. So what you'll do is make 3 chains, then turn your work so that you'll be going the other way, and then you'll just put your 3 double crochets in this space, in the space that you can see here. So that's 1, 2, then 3. You'll just do the same thing. You see now it creates this corner, the same one that we had here. We still have that corner here. So go ahead and make, let me see, 2 more rows so that you have 3 rows that you've extended. So that's only for my case because I want it to be a little bit longer, but if yours is okay, you can just end with maybe 1 or 2 rows depending with what will be okay with you. And then, so let me go ahead and finish the extra rows that I want, and then I'll get back so that we can make the straps for the top and we'll be done. Okay, so now I'm done with my rows, and the next thing we need to do is make the straps. So I went ahead and did single crochet from here up to where I want my strap to be. So go ahead and make single crochets from the end here up to here. Mine is gonna be here in the middle. This is the middle granny square. So right before that is where I'm gonna put my strap. So you'll just do your single crochet until you get there, and then you make chains. So now this will depend with how long you want your strap to be. So I'm gonna make a few chains, say 180, then I'll get back to you because I want long straps. So 180, around that, then I'll get back to you. Okay, so now I'm done with my chains. I have 180 chains here, and I just like to go back with slip stitches to make sure that it's strong. So what you'll need to do, you'll just skip the first chain, and then on the second you just insert your hook and make a slip stitch. So you're gonna do that in all the stitches you made. Then you'll go back all the way to here. Then you'll continue with your single crochet. Then once you get here again, you'll make your second strap. So you'll make 180 chains, get back with the slip stitches, then finish your row with single crochet up to here. So once you're done with the top part, then you'll just need to extend your rows if you'd like to do that. Then if you did the exact same thing, you're gonna add 3 more rows here, and then once you're done with the 3 rows, you'll make the ribbing just the same way we did on the skirt. You're gonna do it here at the bottom of your top, and once you're finished with that, you're done with your skirt and your top.